Hello and welcome to the Spiritual View. I'm Jennifer Halliburton with the Awakened Gen Tarot, and I'm one of the hosts of the Spiritual View. The Spiritual View is a collective of 7 spiritually gifted women who use a range of modalities to bring messages of guidance for the collective. We have a thriving community, and we invite you to be a part of everything that we have going on this channel. We have daily videos where we have a different reader bringing you a message every day of the week, and my days are Tuesdays. And then we also have 2 live sessions that we do each week on Mondays at 10 a.m. Eastern and Fridays at 6 p.m. Eastern, and where we bring the whole group together to have a collective conversation, and then we pull cards for the viewers at the end. And so it's always a lot of fun. We invite you to be a part of it, and all you have to do is subscribe and join in. All right. So before we get started, I want us to take 3 deep breaths together and do the invocation to call on the spirit team. So if you'll close your eyes and breathe in. That's 1. Breathe in. That's 2. Breathe in. That's 3. I now call in my angels, archangels, ascended masters, my higher self and guardian angels to please enter this present space and time. I call upon Archangel Michael to place a bubble of protection around us. Only beings of the highest vibration of pure love and light may enter in. So be it. All right, so today's message is for Tuesday, January 28th, and it is the day before this big new moon in Aquarius that we've already been talking about on the channel. We actually have a special that is going to be coming up for it as well that Dawn's going to be leading. But I pulled some energy just before we even started to just kind of see what kind of the vibe was for the day. And I got signs and synchronicity. So I do believe that we're going to be seeing a lot of signs today and just really taking in those messages. And so if you don't know what those are, it could be in the form of angel numbers, or it could be like feathers or birds or butterflies, different things like that that catch your attention. Anything that just makes you stop in your tracks and be like, huh, it doesn't feel so much like a coincidence. It feels more like a message. And so one of the messages that I've definitely been seeing a lot is the angel number 717. And so that number means you're on the right path to spiritual enlightenment. It's a palindrome that is saying it you are always being guided home no matter what you choose. And it also shows that you're in alignment with your spiritual mission and purpose. And so I do think that we're going to be seeing all kinds of signs. And so be taking those in. And when you see them, be sure to go and look up what is the spiritual meaning for whatever the thing is that you're seeing. And so if you were to see feathers, those represent messages from the other side that are trying to come through. Bluebirds are signs of positive news and happiness. And the rainbow is the representation of a symbol of hope, and it's the prize for weathering a storm. And so if you're seeing any of these things, make sure that you're taking in the messages that they're trying to give to you. So moving forward with the reading, I've already pulled the cards. And the first cards I'm pulling with the wisdom of the oracle. And so the first thing we're looking at is what we think is happening today. And so what we think is happening today is to the sea. And so to the sea feels like things are getting a little bit smoother. We're moving on to calmer waters. Let's see what's actually happening. What's actually happening today is the yin energy. So this is good. That's definitely not too far off from what we were thinking about this energy. The yin energy is more of allowing, it's not pushing, it's not forceful. I'm going to read that message to you. So the yin, let's see. Okay. This is a time of calculated receptivity as you gracefully await what is coming to you, ready to accept it when it appears. Yin does not involve frozen dreams or even resting, but rather consciously allowing things to flow to you, poised to receive the bounty that will be available to you. It implies sensitivity as you alertly study the actions of others and contemplate how they will affect you and yours. Remember, you must make space for miracles to happen. Be the shaped, not the shaper, and you'll see how quickly your dreams manifest. And so we're not just being stagnant. We are just, it's the path of least resistance. We're not forcing things, and we're really paying attention to the things that are taking up that kind of effort are actually signs in themselves of telling us that's actually not in alignment for us. I mean, if it's giving us that much resistance, it's not really, we're not in the space yet that we are aligned for it to really meet us. And so that's a message in itself. And so we want to be kind of moving and flexible enough that we can feel where the flow is actually taking us so that we don't have to use all of our energy to make things happen. So I think that the energy is still, we are moving, but we're not trying to force the movement. All right, so why is this the situation today? And I'm using the Animal Guides Tarot to pull the rest of the spread from. So why are we feeling this today? Why is this having to be in this yin energy today? And we have the Three of Pentacles. So the Three of Pentacles is about, this is how we're going to be able to work with others. And so everybody's got their own gifts and their own talents that they're bringing to the table. And none of us can really do whatever this thing is that we're trying to accomplish all on our own. We need other people. And so we need to be able to see the resources, the strengths, and the weaknesses, and be able to combine them appropriately. On this card, it says your most satisfying and profitable career comes from following your passions, listening to your heart, and doing what brings you joy. Your life purpose is best fulfilled by allowing your talents and true self to shine forth into the world. And so again, it's just finding, where do you fit? You're not trying to force yourself into a situation. You're trying to find, where do your natural talents naturally fit into the situation? That's how we're working all of this together. That's where this yin is getting kind of stopped up, is when we're trying to force, when we're trying to push, instead of just trying to let it naturally kind of align itself. All right, so our best move forward today is the Queen of Swords. And so the Queen of Swords is, she's not letting the emotions drive her. She's not letting the emotions be the driver of her actions. She's being very logical and wise with her decisions. She knows what is for her and what is not for her. So it says, all your life experience has prepared you for this moment of truth. It's time to declutter your home, clear away situations that aren't working for you anymore, and disengage from people who create more drama than happiness. And so it's time to just really get logical about this situation. If you were trying to make this whole thing work together, why wasn't it working before? What parts needed to be kind of pruned away? What are the parts that are kind of not fitting in to that thing perfectly? That's the thing that you're assessing today. And it's not with the emotion. I think that's the thing that's so important, because the emotions can lead us to attachments to things that are not serving us. And so I think that's the guidance, is like, you got to really let go of the attachments and see what's actually getting you to this calmer water that you're trying to get, that you're saying you're trying to get to, that you're wanting to get to. What's actually going to get you there? Or are you still dragging, like the propeller that's going to keep all of that going with you? The potential outcome, if you follow this advice, is the Chariot. So that is getting things to go in the direction that you're wanting them to go. I call this the MacGyver card, because it's literally like you've got things kind of going off the rails on both sides, but you have the ability to point it back to where you're wanting it to go. And it says you can successfully balance various and opposing energies at once through the determination and focus. You've earned the rewards and recognition you're receiving. And so if you don't let the emotions get in the way and you make the logical decisions here, you do the thing that you know is correct for you, you're going to have success with this. You're going to be able to take those where it's going off on the both ends and bring it back on course. What we don't see coming right now is the Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups, he is the dreamer. It's also about an apology. That's also about an apology. So let me see what it says right here. You can expect to kindle a new romantic relationship or close platonic friendship. You may suddenly receive an emotional message from someone or be invited to a social event. And so, yeah, there may be something like as you're working through whatever the issue, whatever the situation was, the issue that was preventing you from bringing in this, the Three of Pentacles, like the beautiful collaboration, whatever that thing was. I think that when you speak your truth, because this really is about speaking your truth, and they do see, and you do get it kind of back online. I think that the people who were resisting the most are going to be coming back. They're going to see it and they're going to come back and say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I didn't realize what you were really trying to accomplish in all of this. So you weren't trying to, what am I getting? You weren't trying to take us in, just the wrong direction. I don't even know what I'm trying to get with that, but it's like they get it. They finally understand like what you were trying to accomplish all along, especially once the emotions get out of the picture. Like I think this right here is way bigger than what you realize. The truth that you're speaking, when you bring the emotion out of it, is way bigger than you realize. And so it is going to make an impact. It is going to make an impact. Okay, so the final advice I have pulled with the Divine Masters Oracle. Whoops. And so let's see what Master has a message for us. So we have Mahavatar Babaji, spiritual awakening, interconnectedness, understanding the inner workings. And so I do think that there is going to be some understanding that's going to come in, the awakening, awarenesses that are coming in that weren't there before. So Mahavatar Babaji, let's see what message you have for us. That is page 27. Okay. You are going through a powerful series of awakenings at this time and beginning to understand the interconnectedness of all things. You will even begin to understand the healing and lessons that have taken place during the darkest hours of your life. Know that even though you have had to surmount great difficulties, all roads are leading to a deeper state of connection with yourself. Dive deep into your meditation practice now and be open to listening and learning, for the universe is trying to help you understand all of the pieces of your life's puzzles so that you can understand the real reason why you are here. Given all that you have been through, you will never be able to see the world the same way again, and this is for the highest good. You are realizing that everyone and everything is interconnected and one, and that every decision and action you take will lead you to the next step. As you continue along your path, you will come to see that through your spiritual practice, you become the keeper and creator of your own destiny. Welcome to the real you. And so I do think that by you speaking your truth, by you really owning your truth, that it's going to bring greater understanding and the awakenings to those around you. That's going to be the thing that's going to help you remove the resistance. It's going to help you even see like where the resistance was. When you speak it out that clearly, like it's going to be very clear who's with you and who's not with you. And I think that up to this point, we've been trying to get everybody to be with us, and not even like they don't know like your truth. You haven't spoken so clearly what it is that your truth is. And I think that's the thing that needs to come out right now, is what it is you want for yourself, because before anything, it's your life. And so whatever you want, for the greatest good of all, it also still has to be for the greatest good of you too. You're part of the all. So think about that. What is in your greatest good right now? If this is what you're desperately seeking, is this calmness, this peace, the calm waters. I need to move on from all the drama and the chaos. I need something that's more stable. If that's where you're at, you really need to look at your situation very clearly, let the emotions go, and just let the logic in. Logically, what is working for you and what isn't working for you? Where can you make the tweaks? Where can you, I'm thinking of like the pruning, how can you make your situation in your highest and best good? And knowing that you're looking, for the best for those around you. But like I said, again, you need to you've got to take care of you first. This is coming back to um like when you're on the airplane and they tell you that the parents put the oxygen mask on first. You can't help anybody else if you are, you know, if you're in your own state of burnout or destruction. So that's the guidance today. And I think that there are some hard conversations. Like I keep pointing to this, knowing that right there is not easy. To leave the emotions out is not easy, because even if you leave your emotions out, when you speak this out, it doesn't mean that the other person is going to leave their emotions out. So, but I think that it still needs to be said, because that's the thing that still brings you, it gets you this. Speaking your truth is how you're MacGyvering this thing. Speaking your truth is how you're getting the success for this thing. Not speaking it is not going to get you anywhere. It's just going to keep the confusion that has been going, is going to keep the resistance, the frustration, all of that. So now it's time to speak. All right, so I'm going to close it out there. Hopefully you found value in this, and if you did, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to this channel. You can hit the bell for notifications, and it will let you know every time we post new videos, and it keeps pushing us out to more people and grows our channel, and we greatly appreciate it. Check out all of the other things we have going on this channel, and other than that, I'll see you guys next time.